Alrighty, buttercups, buckle up because Friday night just got a whole lot more interesting. Forget your weekend plans because tonight we're diving headfirst into the swamp. Let me tell you, the stench is powerful. First up, it seems the Hope and Change Express has hit a little truth shaped pothole. We've got whispers, and let me tell you, they're getting louder. That our former Commander in Chief, Barack Hussein Obama, might be playing the same game of selective memory as our former demented Chief Joe Biden. Shocking, I know, right? Who would have thought? We're talking about discrepancies, folks, inconsistencies that are starting to look less like accidents and more like, well, but that's not all. Hold on to your hats because my sources, and I mean deep sources, are telling me that Deputy Director Dan Bongino, the FBI, is about to drop a bombshell. Something so big, so earth-shattering, you're going to need a chiropractor to pick up your jaw off the floor. Well, tonight we'll talk about the information that's going to make you question everything you thought you knew. But let's just say the phrase "trust the government" is about to become a punchline. Now, before we descend into the depth of political paranoia, I know you need a laugh. So it's Friday night after all. So tonight, begin our weekend, of course, I have a compilation of the most hilarious, awkward, face-palming, inducing viral videos. They're going to make you laugh. Trust me. You'll be spitting out your drinks. After everything we've been dealing with throughout the weeks and what's going on in our country, we deserve a laugh. So grab your popcorn, your beverage of your choice, and prepare to have your mind blown and your funny bone tickled. Let's get this party started. The show begins now. Hi, everyone. And I just saw, wow, Mary Ann. Wow, welcome, Mary Ann. We have not seen you in quite some time. What do we got over here? We got Texas John. We got Calico Crazy happening over there and Get It right now. Right now, we'll see a lot more after that, guys. But welcome to the show, everyone. I'm glad you made it. We were all watching Vic over there, or the majority of us, and on Rebel Chick with a Cause. Great show, Vic. And she always puts on a show. If you didn't get your show, make sure you look them up wherever you're streaming from. Look up Violent Vixen 29 and look up Rebel Chick with a Cause. She's on 7 to 9 weekdays, weeknights, Monday through Friday, 7 to 9 p.m. Great show. You'll love it. Make sure you check it out if you get a chance to. But we got everybody in the house tonight. We got Rumble. We got Getter. We got Wimpkin. We got Kick. We got Facebook, YouTube, X. We've got them all happening here tonight. We're going to see how Kick does. We're going to give it a little while to get started. And hopefully we can get them to start joining us in chat. But one we're going to give out right now, we're going to get a shout out to everybody in Wimpkin, WIMKIN.com. If you haven't done it already, please download the app. Join us in chat. You guys will never meet a bunch of the best people you've ever heard in Wimpkin. And, of course, Getter, too. We have a great time in chat on both streams. You guys have to join us to find out. Don't forget, we're going to have a drawing tonight sometime. You're too late for tonight's drawing, but you can get your names in for next week's drawing at right here, Conservative Viewpoint at yahoo.com. Give me your name so you can win, and you can't win unless you're watching the show. That's how it works. That's why I do this. I just want to show my appreciation for you guys watching the show, and I give stuff away. It's as simple as that, but you got to be watching to win. If I draw your name and you're not watching, or I don't know you're watching, you ain't winning. I throw it back in the hat for another time. So make sure you get them to me at conservativeviewpoint at yahoo.com as soon as you can for next week's. And there's Shell. Hi, Shell. Welcome to the show, everybody. If you're new to the show, welcome. We love having you. Don't forget to tell me hi in chat so I know you're on there. It's a great show. You're going to love it. Trust me, I'm a little biased by, my show. Okay, so we're going to get into it anyways, and we're going to say hi to Alan. And I'm going to put my glasses on. I see Cecil in the house and Mary Ann. Wow, great to see you, Mary Ann. Lee, what up, Lee? It's awesome to see you. Oh, let's see what's going on down here. Colin, what's happening? Colin from Scotland. Well, we've got him from everywhere, guy. There's Texas John. All right, guys. We are going to get into this because I got a lot of videos to go over and you guys aren't want to miss it. But there it is, conservative viewpoint at yahoo.com. It's also in the ticker below. I'm taking it off now so we can see what's going on. And I'm glad to see everyone. There is Jerry Kruger. Jerry Kruger also does a show. And he's on pretty much before all of us. And during the weekend, he just pops up wherever. So look for him wherever you watch, you stream from, whatever. If you're watching, whatever, look for his name, Jerry Kruger, and check his show out. Will you? All right, here, let's keep going on down here. There's John T. What happened in John T? We are going to get busy because I add a lot of stuff in today, of course, because it's Friday, and we're knocking it out of the park tonight, guys, right? Free for all Friday. So let's knock out some articles real quick so we can watch some videos. And I do have a couple with these articles we got today. But the first one we're going to start off with Joe Biden, the lying, demented fool. Or is he a lying fool? If he's demented, that's not considered lying. He just doesn't know. So there's a lot of stuff going on with the auto pen deal. And if you watched Trump's interview today or press conference with Elon Musk today, it was a good one. That was like a farewell to Elon Musk. And Elon Musk cut Washington Post off when Peter Doshi was asking him about I think it was a New York Post or Washington Post, one of them New York Post, I think it was. And Elon Musk told him, I don't want to talk to them. They started ones that did the Russian collusion hoax or whatever. And he said, move on. That's it. And it was a great thing. And Trump brought up about the auto pen. One of the reporters actually brought it up and asked him about the auto pen. And they're supposed to be reviewing it. There's supposed to be a lot of stuff going on with that. And there could be a lot of charges with that. Will we see it in our lifetime? Hell, I don't know. We don't see anything else being held accountable. But they've got the proof. Joe Biden doesn't know who he paroled, doesn't know anything. You're not allowed to use that auto pen for stuff like that. Even Trump said he just signed 81, what did he call them? Some kind of orders or something. And those commutations and stuff, all that stuff. You got to sign it by hand, not with an auto pen. Joe Biden did not sign nearly any of his stuff. That's for another day. So we're going to get started in here. I did. Poor Musk black eye. Yeah, they asked him about that too. And Elon Musk had a little black eye over here, right down here in the corner. He was playing with little X. And, they got a little rough. So they did ask him about that. You know, it'll be all over the news tomorrow. Elon Musk got hit by a woman or somebody nailed him or something. Trump punched him. You know how the lefties are. They're going to make up some kind of story just to throw it out there because that's what the piece of shits they are. Null and void, yes. But yeah, we're going to get into the Labor Department admits hundreds of thousands of Biden jobs were fake. Did we not call that? Take a listen. Yeah, you see that. We're going to get into that now because this come out, and I didn't even know it, on March 19th. And the Biden administration claimed to have added almost 400,000 jobs from July to September of last year. But the new data suggests they never existed. We called that when they brought this out. They cannot tell you where, when, what kind of manufacturer, what state they were in. They couldn't tell you that. They just said, we had 400,000 jobs. But that's not all. The monthly reports that had overestimated the number of jobs during those 12 months and were revised down by nearly 600,000 jobs. They cut 600,000 out. So the more they talked, the more and more they lied to try to up everything he's done. That man did not create one job, not one. And these idiot liberals fall for this shit every time they look at it. This is showing how stupid and pathetic these people are. They come home from maybe a job, or if they're on welfare, living off the state, outside drinking their beer, and then they have to come in to go to sleep, and they hear one thing and they run with it and think it's right. And then they sit there and they want to blast us, racist, fascist, all that bullshit, When we sit here every day, we do our job, we do this, and we talk to people and everyone else. We research what we do. John M., what's happening, man? Make sure I didn't miss anybody. I already got John T. Well, I love that picture, Jerry. Oh, yeah, that's right. All right, let's keep moving because we know the Biden administration's a waste of human breath. Jake Tapper reveals Democratic sources felt no remorse about covering up Biden decline in interviews for the book. Tapper also told Stephen Smith that he felt Biden and those closest to him were anti-democratic. No shit. And he's saying this now because he's selling a book. But he knew it then because he was part of the cover-up. But he's selling a book, and what I'm hearing is this book's doing pretty well for him. But it's a fact that he's doing it now because of that reason, and he's probably hoping this book really puts him over the top that he can quit. Speaking of MSNBC, did you hear that the ratings plummeted for Jen Psaki, Peppermint Patty? Oh, yeah, on MSNBC? Oh, yeah. She took over for Joy Reid. Man, they nosedive. She's the next to be fired. You watch. She deserves it, too. She's part of the lies when she started with Biden back in the day. Top Trump economic advisor predicts legislative agenda will make American families $10,000 richer. Get that one. He's the worst pushing the book. Yeah, well, I think it's a combination, Shell, because he was part of the problem, and then he's going to write on how he was part of the problem too. Yes, he is the worst of the worst. Now it's all about money. This is all it's all about anyways. It was all about money. The Democrats fed their pockets because Joe Biden had a clue of what's going on, didn't give a shit. So they fed their pockets into their wallets, the bank accounts. They've got fat bank accounts now. So that's what's going on. Watch Tapper get a Nobel for lying to us for years. Can I go crazy? I'll guarantee it. I'll bet you're right on the money. Right? That's Sean Lively. What's happening, Sean? What is happening, Sean, man? I feel privileged, man. 2 days in a row. We got Marianne in there. Look at that. Man, I feel great for Friday night. And Sean and Marianne show up. And everybody else show up. Man, what's happening? That's going crazy, right? All right, so we'll see. Every time Trump, the first term he come in, people had more money in their paycheck. Now, this is going to happen again. I don't know. They haven't said, Shell. They didn't say how many books she sold, but they said it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna have to look that up for Monday. Wow, Sean, get it plugged in, man. Don't fight that. Don't fight that dead phone. All right, let's keep going here. We got videos to watch. What do we got here? President Trump. Why isn't Barack Obama in prison? It's time to order these specific investigations into Obama. I have something on that somewhere. Let's listen to this about Obama is a liar. And I think this is where I want to go with this. Yes, I think it is. Now, Obama is a liar because they're looking at a professor from Columbia. And Obama said that he went to Columbia, right? All right, we'll see about that.
Hi, this is Wayne Allen Root for Personal Liberty. I just returned from New York, where I attended my 30th Columbia University College reunion. I celebrated with my esteemed classmates, everyone except Barack Obama. As usual, he wasn't there. Not even a video greeting, not a personalized letter, nothing, nowhere to be found. But worse, no one at our 30th reunion has ever met him. The President of the United States is the ghost of Columbia University. Now, I'm certainly no Johnny-come-lately. For 5 years now, since 2007, when it became clear that Obama was running for president, I've been quoted in the media as saying that no one I've ever met at Columbia can remember ever meeting, ever seeing our college classmate Barack Obama. Don't you think the media should be asking questions? Isn't this a very strange story? Now, I'm a graduate of Columbia University class of '83. That's the same class Barack Obama claims to have graduated from. We shared the exact same major, political science. We were both pre-law. It was a small class, about 700 students. The political science department was even smaller and closer knit, maybe 150 students max. I thought I knew or met at least once or certainly saw in class every fellow political science classmate in my 4 years at Columbia. But not Obama. No one ever met him. Even worse, no one even remembers seeing that unique, memorable Obama face. Think about this for a minute. Our classmate is the President of the United States. Shouldn't someone remember him? Or at least claim to remember him? One of the speakers at the 30th reunion should have reminisced about my days with the future president. But no one did. You'd think Obama might have sent a video to tell us all how much he enjoyed his time at Columbia. You'd think he'd have sent at least a letter to be read aloud from one of his former college buddies, right? But he didn't, because Obama has no former college buddies. No one that ever met Obama, let alone befriended him, was in attendance at our 30th class reunion. Now, you might argue this is all strange, but it's possible. After all, Columbia says he graduated, and I take my college's word for it. Would one of the world's greatest Ivy League institutions participate in a cover-up, thereby risking their billion-dollar reputation? And there is one single article written for the Columbia newspaper called the Sundial with Obama's name on it. A single photo also exists of Obama in his Manhattan apartment with the man he claims is his college roommate, a Pakistani foreign student. USA Today describes Obama's roommate as a pot smoker, a cocaine user, and a foreign student. Isn't that lovely? And one single radical leftist Columbia professor who hates Israel also claims he remembers Obama. Quite a crew in the Obama camp, huh? Hard to even believe. That's the sum total of Obama's proof of existence at Columbia University class of '83.
What do you guys think? You guys think that's real? You think he actually went to Columbia? It just sounds fishy to me when this guy sits there and everything that he said. And, okay, if he was president and he didn't go to the, okay, this was 2013. But if he wasn't, you would say something, send a video, thank you, or whatever, and all that stuff. But nothing, nobody remembers him. Barack Hussein Obama. And you're not going to remember that person's name being in college with him? I'm sorry, I don't buy it. Let me know what you guys think in chat. That's okay, Sean. I'm glad you made it to the show today. That's awesome. Tammy. Hi, Tammy. Oh, and I got Sean over in Getter right there. Sean, I see that over there in Getter. Howdy. All right, we're going to keep going. We're going to rock these out real fast here. Supreme Court limits judicial authority to block infrastructure projects over environmental concerns. Trump's winning again, over and over again. But the judge blocks Trump from stopping Harvard international admissions. This is stuff that we talk about. How many weeks now have we been talking about this? These judges do not have the authority to do this. He can't stop this stuff. We're going to keep going. Trump administration backtracks on Harvard. And I told you they were giving him 30 days. They were giving him 30 days to challenge the administration's revocation of that certification. The letter formally notifies the school that its student and exchange visitor program certification would be withdrawn, but backtracks from the administration's earlier stance by giving them 30 days to achieve compliance. If they do not, it is gone. So he knows he's got him by the cojones. So that's what it is. Man, you don't want no rain, Shell. It's been miserable all day here today. I got a couple hours in the morning, worked on my tractor, and what else did I do? I did something else outside, and it's been pouring since like 11 o'clock. Oh, yeah, it's miserable here. So you do not want the rain. Hopefully that shit stops tomorrow so I can get out of the house and do something. I can't stand it in here. I get my show in the morning, a couple hours to get it going, and then I get out and I get busy. Man, not today. It's been crazy out here. All right, what do we got? Trump rejects $15 million settlement offer from Paramount on over the Harris interview that they modified to make her look good, which didn't help in the first place. But he did it. His attorneys want more than $25 million, and they should. They caused election interference, and Trump said he wants an apology also from them for stealing or trying to steal the election. They need shut down, period. How warm is it down there, John? Alan, see you later. Good night. Have a great weekend. I'll see you back here Monday. All right. Here we go. Dan Bongino announces discovery of the entire room full of mishandled and hidden evidence from Comey's FBI. Wait till you read this stuff that's coming out. You're going to be stunned. Does anyone in here believe that we're actually going to see something worthwhile? And y'all know I like Dan Bongino. I watched his show faithfully every day, 11 o'clock. And I know how he feels about a lot of the subjects, which he has to show, he cannot be focused on that part of it as a conservative. He has to keep an open mind now because of being a deputy director. But will we see anything from this? You think we would, but I don't. I'm pretty much putting a doubt on that. So we're going to see what happens. All right, let's keep going. Trump administration increases pressure on sanctuary jurisdiction with the public list. The Department of Homeland Security is putting more than 500 sanctuary jurisdictions across the country on notice that the Trump administration views them as obstructing immigration enforcement as it attempts to increase pressure on communities it believes that are standing in the way of the president's mass deportation. Oh, yes. But no matter what the judges are saying, they are not stopping. Pat. Wow. I got to stop and say hi to Pat on that one. I saw that Pat Vic's back in Whipkin. Guys, go to watch the show. It was a great show again tonight. She thinks she screwed up, but I think it was great. I think she handled everything really well, and it was a great show. All right, let's keep going. But yes, they are taking care of business no matter what. Supreme Court hands Trump a win on revoking parole for 500 foreign nationals. Yes, sir. Justice Sotomayor and Jackson criticized the decision as Trump moves to end protection of vulnerable migrants. Get this. Vulnerable migrants. They're not a damn one of these migrants that are vulnerable. Then pieces of shit, they are criminals. Criminals. Period. End of story. I don't give two shits what you say. You came in here illegally, and I don't give a shit if Biden gave you this stuff and lets you come. It's still illegal. You did not follow the immigration process and the laws that we have in place. You are a criminal. The Supreme Court on Friday, which is today, hot damn, stayed a lower court's rule that blocked Trump's administration from deporting roughly 500,000 migrants from Cuba, Nicaragua, Venezuela. The decision is a near-term victory for President Trump that he moves to crack down on border security and immigration priorities on his second term. That's exactly what we want. There's no way to get rid of him unless we get him. Biden administration. And we got to remember, we got to start saying Biden administration, because that demented old fool, I don't think he had a clue of anything that was going on. And that is something we got to start doing. I need to take a trip to D.C. and see if I can talk to some people. If I'm allowed in there or not, I have not a clue. But try to go to the Capitol and talk to somebody up there and try to get some information like we're doing. It's something like a 4-hour trip for me. So it's not that bad of a trip. I'd go up and stay one night and then go over a couple of times, go up early, try to get there, and then go the next day, try to get there, and then come home the next. And I can do some live stream just for like Wimpkin and stuff, unless I got to buy another laptop. Then I can do a lot more people on a laptop or a lot more social media sites. So I can at least get Getter, Wimpkin in here, and X. I'm not too worried about Rumble. We don't have that many people in there. But I might have to try that one day. We're going to have to see. I'm going to have to get something anyways, because if I start traveling and go down to Texas and then see everybody on the way around, then because diesel prices are coming down. I had 3/4 of a tank. I was down to a quarter of a tank. It only cost me $84 to fill up. That was pretty good. So it used to cost me almost $200. Now under Biden administration, I think it was $225. Oh yeah, but now it's down to 83. So it cost me about $120 if it was totally empty. So not too bad, huh? Yeah, Sean, you ain't wrong there, man. In Getter, you're not wrong at all. All right, here we go. Let's keep going. ICE conducts massive immigration raid at Tallahassee construction site in Florida. Wait until you see it. Take a look at this. Let me see. Where's it at? Oh, shit. Where the hell did it go? I know it's here some damn place. I put it in here. This might be it. Let me try it. If not, I'll stop it. They line them up and lock them up. That is the best thing in the world, right, guys? Because you know what? When I went down to see my brother down in Georgia, it's been a few years ago, and he told me that he wanted to see something funny, and I said, sure. So we went down to a what the hell, Publix, I think it was down there, and it was on a Friday, like tonight. And he said, you watch, we're going to go in here, and you're going to see a line of these Mexicans at the store cashing their checks, getting money orders. They send all their money back to Mexico. They keep enough out for a little bit of food and beer. And I said, yeah, okay. And so we went in there. We watched. There was a line of them. There was a line of them out there. They were cashing their checks, getting their money orders, sending that shit back to Mexico. And my brother said, well, you watch. And everything that he told me, they come back out of Publix. They jump into a van, all 20 of them. They jump into a van. They go down the road to the beer distributor. They all jump out. They all grab a case of beer. They jump back into the van, and then they go home. We followed them, and they had this 2-story house. Like there was, like I said, 20 people in this van. They all jumped out. And when they opened that door, there's no furniture in the house. None. They all sleep on the floor. They all went in there, slammed that door. They didn't leave that house until Monday for next day when they went back to work wherever the hell they were working at, under the table, of course. Oh, yeah. Exactly what they do every Friday. Oh, yeah. That was our entertainment. We had beer, and we were drinking while we were watching them. So that was back when I still drank beer. I can't drink no beer anymore, man. It messes my stomach up. Oh, yeah. I drank too much when I was younger. Woo! All right, let's keep going. A couple more here. Top congressional committees. Here we go again. Holding other hearings. Sending out letters. Launch a probe into Nashville mayor accused of blocking ICE. Homeland Security Committee Chairman Mark Green is leading a probe alongside Randy Ogles into the Nashville mayor. Said they're leading probe into the Nashville mayor, whatever his name is. Ogles has been petitioning the leaders for weeks to look into O'Connell after the Democratic leader publicly denounced immigration and custom enforcement in his city and signed an executive order aimed at tracking ICE movements in the area. He sent the letter earlier in the month that O'Connell obstructed the law enforcement. He's going to track federal officers. This piece of shit thinks he can do something to federal officers, getting illegal criminals out of here. This is what we're talking about as far as Democrats goes, fighting for illegals and not Americans. My original idea was send Mexico more money to handle the other illegals before they arrived at the border, but nobody listened. That would be better. We'd be saving money then, Sean, over in Wimpkin. All right, a couple more here. But you know what the problem is? The problem is there's a law on the books that if you are seeking asylum, you're supposed to stop at whatever, if it's not your country, the next country that you enter, and you have to seek asylum at that place before you can reach here. But they don't do that either. All right, what else we got here? Trump denounces court political tariff decision, calls on Supreme Court to act quickly. They need to get going, and they lifted some of it, not enough of it. What else we got here? Whoop, I went the wrong way. Trump doubles down on tariffs. Where does our steel and aluminum come from right now? China? Right. He doubles it. 50% tariffs on any steel that comes into our country because of the Japan and U.S. steel merger. We don't need it now. And then guess what? That company, that Nippon, whatever it's called, are giving every steel worker a $5,000 bonus. Oh, yeah. Trump said there's no more Mr. Nice Guy for him because China violated the trade agreement they just signed. Oh, yeah. So he said 2 weeks ago, China is in grave economic danger. The very high tariffs I set made it virtually impossible for China to trade into the United States marketplace, which is by far number one in the world. We went into effect cold turkey with China, and it was devastating for them. Many factories closed, and there was, to be put mildly, a civil unrest. I saw what was happening and didn't like it for them, not for us. I made a fast deal with China in order to save them from what I thought was going to be a very bad situation. And I didn't want to see that happen. Because of this deal, everything quickly stabilized and China got back to business as usual. Everybody was happy. That was good news. The bad news is that China, perhaps not surprisingly to some, has totally violated its agreement with us. And so much for him being a Mr. Nice Guy. They are our enemy. You cannot trust our enemies. They will do they will do whatever they want. They'll tell you anything they want, and they'll do the complete opposite. Hey, just like the Democrats. There we go. All right, one more. What do we got? We got one more, then we go get into some videos here. We got I got one on my phone too. CDC told health providers not to treat people after the East Palestine derailment lawsuit. You guys remember that? Oh, yeah. 2023 derailment. And they were told not to treat them. And there's a big lawsuit up over that. They were telling doctors, and I can't remember. I did have a video here. Take a listen real quick.
It's been over 2 years since the train derailment and the toxic burn in East Palestine, Ohio, where we are now. Just down the train lines here is where the train derailed. And then they sent that toxic plume into the sky. As you can see over here, this used to be a private business. It's been now taken over by Norfolk Southern and is a Norfolk Southern office. Just down this way is the main town square. We're talking to residents where many of them have opted out of this settlement with Norfolk Southern, hundreds of them, and now they're in a new lawsuit against Norfolk Southern and dozens of other organizations that are involved in the cleanup or the investigation here. They're trying to get truth and they're trying to get accountability. Some of the organizations they're going after is surprising. They're going after the EPA and they're going after the CDC. The CDC, they say, in part because they're saying they weren't testing for these chemical exposures. We've obtained at News Nation a letter from the CDC to healthcare providers in the region at the time, telling them not to test or diagnose people with chemical exposures. We spoke to one of the attorneys, Mindy Bish, on the case. Here's what she had to say.
It says specifically, we don't believe you should test or treat. And it even goes on to say that residents could feel stressed as a result of a major environmental disaster. So when I read it, I thought that is the beginning of telling these people that they're just crazy. Nothing's really wrong with you. You're just crazy. And it's in this document. Don't test them, don't treat them, and they might be stressed.
Residents.
Don't you just love that? And I can believe every bit of it. Most definitely can believe every bit of it. But this is what you get from the Democrats. Poor responses for this. The disasters down in North Carolina and everybody down south that got hit with that flooding and stuff. Oh, yeah, they do not care. And you've seen it. We've seen it over time and time again. Those Democrats don't give a shit, guys, because that's why we keep saying, what do we keep saying? We got to keep them out of power. State, local, federal levels, right, guys? Election time's coming up in November. Unfortunately, way too soon, way too fast. It's unbelievable, guys. So, all right, guys, this is a Friday night, and let's have a little bit of fun now because we got a lot of videos to get over. Let me wipe some of these other things out that I didn't waste my time showing you guys. But I'm going back. I'm gonna follow up on something Vic was talking about with AI, and I'm going to show you this real short video. But it's funny. But in the same time, it's not funny because what do we keep telling you? What did Elon Musk tell us all? That AI in the wrong hands can be dangerous. And we're seeing that, right? And Vic showed some of that on the show about how bad AI could be. And it's scary stuff if you think about it. And watch this, but you're going to get a laugh out of it. But you're going to think, holy shit, this could actually happen. Take a look.
A few moments later.
Now, I know you know what movie that's from. That's what makes it hilarious because that was hilarious right there. But the fact is, remember what Elon Musk said. It could kill people. It could kill us if stuff like this gets out and we have to live with these robots and stuff. This could actually happen. Remember what I brought up the other day about AI was blackmailing because they were getting ready to shut it down? This shit's true. Now, I forgot to bring this up. I don't bring this up because Vic covers Diddy, but did you hear that Obama was named in Diddy trial as all the other celebrities are lawyering up? Oh, yes. They are bringing that up, and I think it was today. They dig into the ties between Diddy and Barack Obama and why was the former president named at the trial. They said explicit material, the journalist Greenwald was released to the public what he claims to be politically motivated crime. Did he say too much? I just wanted to bring that up to you guys because, of course, here comes Obama's name again. Yeah, we don't need that. Well, I'm not even worried about this stuff. This stuff was air traffic control stuff. What's that? Who prevented America avoid? Who cares about that? All right, they still got to get that stuff taken care of. All right, I got a couple videos in there for next week already starting. Man, there's some good stuff in there. Let me see what else we got up here. Nah, we don't need about that. That's all Vic stuff and a new feature dropped to Google. It's AI stuff again. The stuff's dangerous, guys. I'm telling you. All right, but we got to watch that AI stuff. If it's good in the good hands of us, we'll be all right. All right, good, Sean. Stick around. We got some good videos coming up. Oh, this one is from Green Frog Labs. And Vic might have showed this earlier in her show, but this was hilarious. Might be the best cable news network ever. Take a listen.
Welcome back to KW Ball's Studio 13 newsroom. We have some breaking news. Some more bullshit stuff happened in Congress today. Those worthless bastards crammed through some more bullshit bills that will steal our tax money and make them wealthy. Some more bullshit happened in the Senate today as well. They sold out President Trump and screwed over the American voters as usual. Up next after the break, we have an exclusive interview with AOC and her sugar daddy, Bernie Sanders.
Tell me that's what we need. That's what I need to do, right, guys? I need to do that. What she's doing, and that would be awesome, wouldn't it? All right. Okay. All right. This says this was painful. I don't remember what this is, but I put it to the top of the list, so it must be pretty funny. So take a look.
The capital of the USA is?
Well, this is gonna hurt like a mother.
Isn't the capital USA?
Yeah. What is the capital?
USA? United States?
Yeah, like, of the states, what's the capital?
America?
Sorry, Hans, wrong guess.
Yeah, it was a trick question. You got me.
I give up.
You know who the first president of the United States was?
Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln.
Do you know how many stars there are on the U.S. flag?
100? I don't know. No, 200, something like that. I don't know.
Yes.
We're doomed.
Do you believe that? And I thought the college people were stupid. Wow. That just made AOC and Kamala Harris look smart. They like geniuses. Holy shit. I don't know. All right, let me get rid of this one. Oh, we got to watch this one. You got to watch this one. This one you guys will love. Take a look.
Hey, Jeff, you know about that new Dukes of Hazzard movie they're doing out there in Hollywood?
Yeah, I heard something about they're making another one or something.
You know what's going to happen? They're going to take a perfectly good show, and they're going to politically correct it up, and they're going to ruin it, just like they do everything out there.
Probably right.
Woo! Hey, Luke, you done changing that tire yet? I'm ready to roll, Bo. Awesome! Woo! Hey, man, before we go, I got something to show you. What's that? Look, I changed the flag. That Rainbow Coalition flag. How appropriate. All the different colors of the rainbow represent all the people we share our world with. I love it, man. I love it. Woo!
Hey, guys!
Whoa. Hey. Easy. Whoa, now. Don't you remember what we learned in our sexual harassment meeting?
Oh, right. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. So, what's up, Daisy?
Roscoe called. He says Boss Hogs is planning some trouble down at Uncle Jesse's Dare to Be Different and Togetherness Vegetarian Chili Cook-Off.
Holy cow, that starts in 2 minutes. We got no time to lose. Let's roll! Hey!
Uh-oh, y'all. Looks like those Duke boys are about to commit a serious etiquette violation.
Hey, whoa, now, Luke, hold on. We almost forgot something real important. Ladies first. Unless you find that demeaning to women.
It is a little bit, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Understanding and peace, tolerance, love, honesty, compassion, empathy, and puppy kisses for you and me.
Can't we go any faster?
Not since we replaced the old combustion engine with a new electric engine to cut down on dangerous greenhouse emissions.
Besides, you wouldn't want us to go over the speed limit, would you? Set a bad example for some of our younger viewers.
Good lesson.
Now, I don't know about y'all, but I wonder how the gang is going to get out of this one.
Uncle Jesse.
Oh, shalom, my children.
Hey, Uncle Jesse, why are you dressed like that?
Oh, I did some research. Turns out my great-grandfather's name, before he changed it, was Dukelstein.
Hey, does that make us all Jews?
No, it makes us all human beings.
Awesome!
Oh, stop! Hey, Boss Hog put laxative in your chili.
Yeah, instead of a chili cook-off, it's going to be a chili shootout.
Hey, careful, Bo. That might offend some of our viewers who are rectally challenged.
You are so right, Luke. Hey, my bad, y'all.
Aye, that Boss Hog's such a troublemaker. Yeah.
Did somebody mention my name? I did some research. It turns out my great-grandfather was black.
Whoa, you mean African American?
You're right, Bo. My bad, y'all.
Hey. Oh, yo, that's funny shit right there. I don't care who you are. All right. Now, these are some oldies, guys. Tim Conway and Jonathan Winters. I'm going to show you a little bit of it, not all of it, because it's almost 7 minutes long. So take a look at this.
I want to tell you something, Claymore. You are the dumbest quarterback we have ever had here at Filton High. You understand that?
I've been playing for Filton. I thought the guys looked different.
Yeah. You know what the score is out there?
Just break it to me in small numbers.
All right. You know what it is?
What's the first number?
4.
That'll be a 40? 42.
Mm-hmm. 42 to what? What is that?
That's okay. I don't claim to be the brightest guy in the world.
I can see that out there, man. You have called the same play 33 times.
Sorry. All right. Oh, it's cold out there today. This school ought to have work gloves or something. Them little Adidas gloves, them little golf gloves. Them guys ain't catching the ball for me. I've been throwing it. I got one of the best arms. I'm one of the oldest guys. I know that. I know that in football.
You know where you threw the last ball?
I threw it out there.
Yeah. You know where it went? Went in the tunnel.
That's a crowd pleaser. Well, that little boy that has his face all shriveled caught the ball, and I was happy for him. I want to go over here at the board. Let's go over at the board.
I'll show you some of the plays
here. Tell you what, those two are hilarious too. Jonathan Winter, I forgot about him until I saw this video come up. Wish I could play the whole thing for you. It's freaking phenomenal. But we're gonna play some more here. We got plenty of time here. Okay, let's go next. Baby, Larry the Cable Guy. Check this out.
My uncle just got married, 72 years old. My golly, he ran out of Viagra on the honeymoon. So he ended up having to use a can of Fix-A-Flat. I know, make a long story short, he overinflated and spent the rest of the night at Jiffy Lube having to get a patch put on him down
there. Oh my, that's so funny right there. Oh, all right, let's look at this. Rob Schneider schools one of his angry watchers, whatever you call him there. Oh yeah, listen to this. This is funny.
Imagine paying to go to a comedy show only to get offended by a joke and then getting schooled on the spot.
Is everything okay?
No.
Are you mad? You okay?
No, I'm not.
You're mad?
Yeah.
That's okay. You know what the cool thing about it in America is? Free speech isn't the speech you like. Nice stuff's not what needs to be protected. It's the stuff that you hate that needs the protection, so that somebody like the government or you doesn't get to decide what everybody else gets to hear. And you're more than welcome to disagree and write an act and get on stage and sell out like I just did.
Yeah, I like him. He's a 100% Trump supporter right there. No filters. Nope. Vic don't use filters. She's all straight up her. All right, you guys ever hear Ron White? Listen to Ron White and Missing Plane Crash. Take a look.
So anyway, I flew here from Flagstaff because my manager doesn't own a Globe. I flew here on a plane that big, like a pack of gum with 8 people in it. Just. We took off from the Flagstaff Airport Hair Care and Tire Center there. We're traveling at half the speed of smell. We got passed by a kite. There was a goose behind us and the pilot was going, "Go around." We get halfway to Phoenix, we got to go back. It's a 9-minute flight. Can't pull it off with this equipment. We had some engine trouble. We lost some oil pressure in one of the engines, and they told us about it over the speaker system of the plane, which was stupid because they could have just went, "Hey, we lost some oil pressure." Heard ya. It was weird. Everybody on the plane was nervous, but I'd been drinking since lunch, and I was like, "Take it down. I don't care." You ever had one of those days? It's something hard. I don't want to limp away from this wreck. The guy sitting next to me is losing his mind. Apparently, he had a lot to live for. He goes, "Hey man, hey man, if one of these engines fails, how far will the other one take us?" all the way to the scene of the crash. Which is pretty handy, because that's where we're headed. I bet we beat the paramedics there by a half hour.
That Ron White is funny as hell. All right, let's see. Finally decided to meet. Oh, this is funny. Finally decided to meet after online dating. Take a look real quick. Tater salad. Oh, yes, sir, Sean. That's right. That was funny right there. That's a bad online dating, man. It must have always been sitting down the whole time. Holy shit. Yeah, I'd be going too. Here's a funny baby text report. This is great. Take a listen. I mean, it's so true.
Okay, double click on my computer. I can see your computer. No. Click on my computer on your computer. How can I click on your computer from my computer? There is an icon labeled my computer on your computer. Double click it. What the hell? What is your computer doing on my computer? Double click on your computer. Which icon do I have to click? My computer. Tell me, where do you live? I go to your house to click on your computer. Oh my god!
Isn't that true? It just makes it cute with the babies in it. That's funny as hell right there. All right. Get rid of this one. Oh, it says it had to be done. This is an AI baby thing. I don't remember. Take a look.
Last night, my wife made the soup, and I told her it tastes like shit. Tastes a lot better today.
I bet it tastes better today. That's good right there, right? All right, what do we got here? We got Jeff and Walter. What are they talking about? Let's see. They're talking about Christmas Carol. Take a look.
What's the movie? A Christmas Carol. And all of us are going to be in it? That's the plan. And have you actually decided on who gets what role? Working on that right now. Okay. So you're trying to figure out who I should play? Well, yeah. So for me, you've narrowed it down to a few possible characters. I'm a very versatile actor, I'm sure. I could even be that little kid who has a crutch. Tiny Tim. Why are we suddenly talking about your... Oh, the kid! Tiny Tim!
Now, I got to respond to this. When Vic goes down to Texas in July, she has to do a live stream with everyone that she meets from chat. So we all can see everyone. Even you, Tammy. That's right. Everyone's got to go on, because when I get a chance to come down, we all going to do it. That's for sure. All right, let's keep going. We still got time for a couple more here. And we have to have that. This, I don't know if this one's funny or not, but it says facts on vaccines causes death. I'm going to save that one for Monday. Let's get a little man. We get a little bit of little man here.
This is my first hour special. I still want to have fun. You guys still want to have fun? You look like you want to have fun. You want to have fun? All right, fucking come on up here. Come up here. Let's have some fun. Okay. Look her out. There it is. Here. This chair right here. I want you to sit down right here. Now, here's the deal. This is my special. This is a pinnacle for comedians. We dream about this. We gotta do something crazy for my special. We gotta do something that helps you guys remember who I am. How are we gonna do that? I think I know what we're gonna do, because you guys are never gonna forget the night you saw Brad Williams perform, and then at the end of the night, you saw this hot woman get a lap dance from a midget. That's what you gotta just see.
If you didn't laugh at that, something's wrong with you. That was hilarious right there. Oh my God. That was crazy. Oh, listen to this song. This is going to be the last one for the night. This is a song. I'm going to miss that boot. Take a look.
Blame it all on my toots. I damn nearly pooped and ruined my new underwear. This man had to go or his ass would explode, but there wasn't a bathroom in there. I could only ask why, with the fear in my eyes, as I squeezed my stomach in pain. Not sure what to do, so I just took off a boot and I filled it all of the way. Now here's the shittiest situation. There's no way around. This place is stinking and I'm to blame. I'll never be the same. Yeah, here's a big issue I'm facing. Just close your mouth, 'cause I can taste it. Yeah, here's a shitty situation.
Oh, that was a great song. I had to show you that one, guys. All right, guys, I want to thank you for tuning in on this Friday evening. Made my day. It's the only thing that made my day today because the rainy weather was shitty outside, but you guys make my day every day that you come in, tune in, and watch with me. I appreciate it so much. You guys are awesome. Now, hopefully we get some more people picking up and kick over here. And get her, we got to get her in the chat. The people that are in chat and get her right now are awesome too, guys. We got to get them. They'd be a freaking blasting with us on Wimpkin. And too bad we couldn't stream the two together. We'd be knocking it out of the park. But guys, we got close to 2,000 yesterday. I was up to 1,500 yesterday. It was awesome. We need some more. We got to build up the things. So you got to watch and let's get everybody. We get Vic and everybody. Hopefully gets off their ass and gets Vic to stream. And it'll be awesome, guys. But thank you again for tuning in. You're awesome. Have a great weekend. I'm going to leave you with this. So, all righty, folks. That's all the time we have for tonight. But think of it as not goodbye, but as see you on the other side of the weekend. Because let me tell you, what we've discussed tonight, that's just the tip of the iceberg. The truth, it's a relentless beast. And believe me, the hunt continues. We've only scratched the surface of what's bubbling beneath the political swamp. Wow. And trust me, there's a whole lot more to uncover. That information Deputy Director might be releasing, we'll be all over it. Dissecting every last detail if we get it. And those questions surrounding Obama, we're not letting that go either. So enjoy your weekend, recharge, but keep one eye open because the world doesn't stop turning, and neither do we. Come Monday, I'll be back ready to dig in even deeper and connect more dots and maybe even throw in a few more laughs along the way. Don't miss it. You won't want to. Until Monday, guys, stay vigilant, stay curious. And like always, I'll talk to you soon. So good night. I'll see you back here live on Monday. Good night, everyone.